Hello, everybody. In this video, we have Gretchen Whitmer, the governor of Michigan, up against Donald Trump Jr. Now, I don't think he's a good candidate, but he did get second place in a lot of those Republican primary polls that we have been seeing. So it's not impossible that he decides to run, even though he has ruled it out before. But I do think he'd be a very, very weak Republican candidate. I don't think he's like his father at all. He doesn't have the same charisma as his father. So I don't think he'd be able to win back all those voters or win all those voters that his father has won. I think there's a reason why the Trump voters or MAGA looks to Barron Trump as the heir to Donald Trump instead of Donald Trump Jr. There's a reason they look at to Barron because he's the one successful child, while Trump Jr. is kind of not as successful or not as ready to be president, or not as smart to be president. So let's just get right into it. So, first of all, I think Florida would still be safe Republican. This state's just trending Republican off a cliff. Like, it's going so fast to the right that even a weak candidate would be able to win Florida by over 10. We saw Rick Scott win Florida by like 11 or 12 in the Senate race. So, even if you're a bad candidate, you would still be able to easily win Florida by a safe red margin. In Iowa and Ohio, I think these two states would go down to likely Republican. I just don't think Trump Jr. has the charisma or populist appeal really to do well in these two states. He would still win them by likely red margins. I even think Nebraska's first district dropped down to likely. This district actually trended towards the left too. Nebraska's first, so that's something to keep an eye on. I think Whitmer would be able to easily win in Nebraska's second too. Texas, I also think, would drop down to likely red margin. Same with Alaska. In the next few states, New Jersey, I think, would be a safe blue state with Trump Jr. as the nominee. I don't think he'd do well there at all. Virginia, New Mexico, Minnesota would also be likely blue states. Same with Maine and New Hampshire. These would also be likely blue states. Michigan, Gretchen Whitmer's home state, would also be likely blue. I don't think Trump Jr. would have a chance at all at winning in her home state. She's very popular in this state, and I just don't think he would have much of a chance here. I don't think he would do as well as the Rust Belt as Trump would. And again, there's a reason that most people would still vote for Vance, the Republican primary, over Trump Jr., even though Trump Jr. is in a close second with him in some primary polls. So let's see which states we'd go to next. Arizona, I still think, because Trump won it by 5, it's still a decently Republican state here. So I think Trump Jr. would still be able to win in Arizona by a bit more of a reduced margin. In Nevada, I think Whitmer would be able to win this state back. Same with Wisconsin and Pennsylvania. I think she'd be able to flip these states back to blue. Then we head down to Georgia. I think these would be, I don't know, I think it would probably be a lean blue state. I don't think Trump Jr. would have the best chances at winning in the state of Georgia. We'd probably even see North Carolina tilt narrowly blue with Trump Jr. as the nominee because of how weak he is. So I'd put North Carolina as tilt blue. So Whitmer flips back 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 states back to blue. Arizona still stays as a red state because this is one of the states that is the most Republican most Republican swing state in the 2024 election. Trump won it by 5, so I still think Trump Jr. would hold on to this state. Plus, registrations are pretty positive for Republicans in the state of Arizona, so I still think he would carry it. Other than that, this is how I think a Whitmer versus Don Jr. matchup would go. I don't think Trump Jr. is a good candidate at all, and I think he'd probably get demolished. But other than that, if you're like content like this and you're not subscribed, you should totally subscribe. I'd appreciate it. Other than that, thanks so much for watching, and I'll see y'all in the next one.